Hi folks, thank you for clicking on the video. I've been sent a camera. This is the XTU S6 and I think this would be in the category of a budget-friendly action camera. I've been sent a couple of different brands of these sort of budget cameras before with mixed results. You know, one of them was okay, one of them not so much. So the company sent this out to me. They haven't paid me to make this video, but they said I can keep the camera. So what will follow will be honest opinion and real footage. I'm going to open it, see what you get in the box, and we'll see if it's value for money overall. Now I'm not expecting this to be, you know, anything as good as, you know, the leading brands of action cameras, because it's, you know, it's a quarter of the price. So if it's halfway to being decent, then that's a good thing. I say these are, I think they cost around about £100. And it's, you know, it says all the right things on it. It's 4K, 30 frames per second. It's got image stabilization, all that sort of thing, you know, time lapses, slow-mos, you know, everything you could want in theory from an action camera. So does it stand up to its promises is what we're here to find out. So without further ado, I need to go and get a knife to open it because I haven't got any fingernails. Right, yeah, I just had a quick look on Amazon and the XTU S6 is currently £99. So yeah, £100 for an action camera. Now, the good thing about these, you know, that I've found when I've looked at different brands of the same sort of thing is they kit you out. You know, you usually get all the stuff in the box. It's a nice package, nicely done out. But yeah, you usually get all kinds of mounts and clips and all sorts, all sort of chucked in the bundle with it. And this one's no different by the looks of it. That is a dive case. So, you know, they're throwing these things in, which, you know, does save a bit of money in terms of, you know, you spend a fortune on the leading brands and all you get is the camera. You then have to buy all the other crap that goes along with it, and some of this stuff is unnecessary. I think they always do a remote control watch to start and stop your recording. Yes, it could be handy, but me personally, I've never ever used a remote control for a camera. I just get up and press the button. So what do we get? We get a basic housing. That they are like mounts for like paddle boards or a helmet bracket, that sort of thing. They call that, that's called a long arm, that's a short arm, that's a parallel clip, that's your standard attach it to a tripod jobby. Another sort of similar thing. What's that? Oh, that's quite cool. That on its own is quite handy. A USB-C out to a standard USB. I'll be keeping that. And a couple of sticky pads. Then we've got another box. What's this one got in it? Oh, it's got even more. Cleaning cloth, USB charging, a couple of, what do they call them? Can't remember. Just crocodile, well, I can't think what they call them. Couple of wiry clippy things. That's a handlebar setup. And what are they? Spare sort of straps. So again, yeah, it comes fully loaded. And a battery, obviously. All the ones I've had of these before, all these little budget action cameras, they usually come with a spare battery. So yeah, no spare battery on this one as far as I can tell. I'm guessing that's a charging port. Yeah, charging port. That's quite difficult to get into. A couple of buttons on the side, a couple of buttons on the top, Oh, and a tripod mounts straight in it. That's pretty handy. Front screen. Front screen's always a bonus. Careful. Right, so all I'm going to do, I think, stick it in this case for now, just to give it a bit of basic protection. And there it is, XTU Series 6. So I'm guessing this is their kind of latest one. It's good that you can get to the power port while it's in its case. That's always a good idea. Have we got any charge, or do I need to charge it? No SD card. Yes, we go English. Swipe down to enter the shortcut button interface. Yep. Swipe up to switch modes. Swipe left to enter current mode, parameter settings. Swipe right to open the album, see your stuff. Click to enter the album. Click to switch to current mode. Click to modify the parameters of current mode. Click to enter system settings. Click on to adjust the digital zoom. Okay, that's digital zoom. There we go. 4K, 30 frames a second. We got enough battery. Okay. Stabilization is on. Okay, so yes, I think the best thing to do is to stick it on a tripod and shoot some video, because you know all the gadgets and the gumph and the the stuff it tells you it can do is irrelevant if the picture and the sound is not very good. So let's do that. We'll transfer over to this camera in 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. We're switched over. I'm on the XTU. Thing I've not seen though, just looking at the remote control while we get a feel for how the footage looks and what the sound quality is like compared with, I was at the start when I first opened the box, I was using my DSLR, and then close up here I was using my GoPro. So how does this sound compare with both of those different cameras? Looking at the modes here, you've got normal, lapse mode, slow motion mode, underwater mode, car looping, so you can use this as a dash cam, video and photo, night scene, I don't know what that is. You can take normal photos, lapse photos, time photos, burst photos and raw photos, so that's pretty good. What is night mode when it's at home? That's what I want to know. And also, how the hell do you turn this front screen on? Because at the moment the front screen is not doing anything. Okay, yeah, so I've not figured out how to turn on the front screen at all at this present moment. There must be a way. I'm missing something, but for the time being, while I have to read the instructions properly, but while I'm got this in my hand, we'll do a stabilization test, shall we? We've done a look at the microphone, the built-in microphone. Let's have a mooch around the garden. So I've got some steps in the garden. I'm just going to walk around like an idiot, round and round in circles, and we'll face it towards me, we'll face it away, we're going in shadows, we're coming out shadows, all that sort of thing. So useful tests. Steps here. Steps going up. Let's do it at a run. Oh. So how stable is the image? That's my question. that's quite enough of that. Right, what else can we look at on standard mode? Let's try and look at a bit of detail and colour. Nice pink rose here, it's seen better days, but how does that look? Pretty. Little statue. Hello Ralph, how you doing? Yep, so this is what am I recording in 4K, 30 frames a second, and yeah, I suppose this is its best image quality. Obviously I don't know what this looks like until I get it on my computer and have a look, but for now, just mooching about. Okay, so image stabilization is now on super. I had it on normal, I've put it on super, so I'm gonna have to run, aren't I? Gonna have to run. For good measure, bit of indoor filming. That was some footage from the XTU S6. Image quality is alright actually, not bad at all. Sound quality is okay, so you know, those are the main things that it's got going for it. In terms of build quality, it is a little bit plasticky. It feels a bit fragile, you know, the door opens, the battery comes out, but it's a bit, it feels like I could break the door, getting the SD card in and out. I had to use a tool because I couldn't get my finger in there properly. I mean, that might be my ineptitude, but it's all a little bit clunky. Using the touch screen, it's not the most responsive, it's okay. The buttons, I think I was getting used to it by the end of that little play session, but I'd pressed record, but when you press record, if the screen's gone off, when you press it, it just lights the screen up, so you don't actually press record. So I recorded some things that then weren't there because I hadn't, you know, twigged that you got to bring the screen to life, then make sure it's recording, and the tiny little display in the corner. So it's not abundantly clear, there's not a big, you know, big red light that tells you yes, I'm recording. So it's a little bit clunky in that sense, and the same with stopping the recording. I thought I'd stopped it recording, and then I'm carrying it around sorting a couple of things out, and I hadn't. All I'd done was brought the screen back to life. So the screen goes off after 30 seconds. You can change that, but it's a battery saving thing. And then one of the buttons, anything on there, will bring it back to life. Then you press what you're going to press. So in that sort of sense, you've got to get used to that, I think, pretty quickly. Otherwise you mess up what you're doing. Front screen, still can't get it to work. I googled it, and apparently you're supposed to hold on this low arrow button and that should bring it on, and it's not on by default because, again, battery saving. But whenever I press and hold this, all it does is bring up the menu. So I can't figure that out. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if on this particular one the front screen doesn't work, which is not a great sign. Getting in the port here, you know, I don't have any fingernails, so I can't get in it without a tool. But I mean, I use a GoPro and I'm the same with the GoPro. I can't open the door without a tool. So that's probably just me. By the way, the mic you heard on this was the built-in mic. You can attach an external mic, so that's a plus. This nice easy tripod mount, I used that when I was running about outside like an idiot. That works fine. So yeah, in terms of its functionality, it's a little bit slow, a little bit clunky. Touchscreen's not super responsive, but you know, don't forget, £99 for this plus all that other gumph. I mean, if you're buying leading brand attachments and all that, there's 20-30 quid's worth of attachments there. So you can argue this is a £75 camera, £25 worth of gear with it. So in that sense, I think, you know, image and sound, which are the main things, that's actually pretty good. The slow-mo, I did 2 slow-mo. Jumping about in the garden was the 60 frames a second one, slightly higher image quality, I forget what. When I what did I do? Just running out the front, that I put it on the 120 frames per second, but not quite as good image quality. I think that's 1080, the other one's 2.7 maybe. But yeah, that footage, that was okay actually. The time lapse is all right. It's a bit of a funny day. I noticed the wall was changing colour where the sun was going in and out, so it was like it was trying to adjust on the fly rather than being a fixed thing. But I think I've got all the settings on auto, so maybe you can lock them in the settings. But the time lapse was all right. Nice moving clouds. The front screen is a disappointment, to be fair. And it does, on the box, obviously say it comes with an app, which you can, you know, control your phone, control it with your phone, change the modes and the resolution and all that sort of thing. Press to record, press not record, use your phone like a, you know, a second screen to make sure you're in shot, all that sort of thing. I haven't tested that, but it can only be a good thing, even if it's just the basic things on it work. I use a GoPro a lot of the time, and I've got the app for the GoPro. I never use it. So a lot of these things, they develop their own app. You know, how many people really use it properly? I'm certainly not one of them. But as a camera, you know, it's not that bad. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, quality-wise. I go back to it, you know, sound and vision. They're the things. All the other stuff is just window dressing. If the image isn't any good or the sound isn't any good, then there's no real point. But this, for the price, I think it's one of the better ones. I say this is the 3rd budget action camera I've looked at over the last few years. I think this is the best of the 3. One of them I had, the sound was awful, and the other one, the picture was a joke. But this, I say, it's not perfect by any means, and it's nowhere near the leading brands. You know, if you want to make, you know, genuine kind of content, as it were, you're better off with a, you know, paying more money and getting a better camera. If you're having fun, you know, your kid wants an action camera for Christmas or something, then this is fine. You know, you can have a laugh with it. The slow motion stuff's fun to play with. The time lapses are fun to play with, and the, you know, the image and the sound and all that. It all works. It all works fine. So, yeah, for £100 camera, not bad at all. That's it. I'm gonna go. That is the XTU S6 budget action camera, and yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But judge for yourself. I mean, I didn't doctor any of the footage. I didn't color correct anything. I did nothing to it. Just put it in my editing software and went, there you go, that's it. So you're seeing what I've seen. So make your own judgment. Thanks for watching. See you later.